Today, I'm super pumped and really excited to have somebody I haven't spoken to for a good few years. We reckon at least 4 years. So I'm really, but just excited. But also, just this man's been on a meteoric rise since I've known him. Trained hundreds of thousands of people all around the world. Co-founder of Wealth Dragons, publicly traded company on the Singapore stock market. Valuation somewhere around
stock market, Vienna
stock market. Well, anyway, it's traded, right? Which is cool. Valuation of what? I don't know, 40 million, somewhere around that kind of level. And just John's been on a mission to change the world through personal development, empowerment, teaching people strategies to make multiple streams of income, profit generation, also business, and as well property, right? Which is your big thing. You and I originally met. We've done a number of different live events together over the years, and you and your business partner even came to me for some coaching a good few years ago. Turned up in my drive in a very nice blue Lamborghini, if I remember rightly. So yes. Loving cars.
It's yellow now.
It's yellow, is it? All right. Well, it's good that you've made it more subtle, John. That's excellent. Well done. All right. So really looking forward to today's conversation and a chance to really kind of share just kind of your insights about the world we're living in right now, what's going on, and also kind of where you see some of the biggest opportunities right now going forward. Obviously, everybody on this call has got a significant, serious business, right? Now, some of us have had to pivot, as what I call pivot to profit. And other people are being able to just scale what they're using a lot more digital assets and things like that. So yeah, really looking forward to this conversation and diving right in, and we'll give some time for Q&A at the end if that's all right with you, John.
Yeah,
Appreciate your time.
Yeah, no, thanks for having me.
Brilliant. So in terms of intro, what did I miss and what does everyone need to know?
I think you pretty much covered it. For those of you that don't know, I wrote a book called Business Hack, which actually just got endorsed by the co-author of Rich Dad Poor Dad. And this whole topic about pivoting to profits and really finding out what's working in today's market is really what that book's about. So I've been doing that. I just did a tour out in Australia. I was supposed to have an event with Tony Robbins in May, actually, with 4,000 people. But obviously, because of the whole lockdown period, it's really sort of tricky to run these events now live. So we are pivoting ourselves, actually, going into different markets. But yeah, I think you've covered pretty much everything.
I didn't know you'd written that book, so just hold it up again, because I saw a couple of people trying to write it down. Which book is that?
Business Hack.
Business Hack. Oh, with Wiley, good old Wiley. Excellent, good job.
There's an audio. If you don't like reading, there's an audio version on Audible as well. You can listen to it on there.
No, brilliant, excellent, cool, brilliant. So let's dive in. So in terms of your take on the market, let's just do some stuff in the book. In terms of like how I've said for ages that we were already heading towards this kind of a recession or a depression because of the fact that the market had been longer than it normally had been. And obviously there are a lot of asset classes that were massively overvalued. So property was overvalued, shares are massively overvalued. So there was a correction coming. We just didn't know what was going to trigger it. And obviously some of us thought it would definitely be from our perspective probably something to do with either politics triggering it or something like that, right? So from my perspective is what's your take on the market right now? Where are you seeing some of the biggest opportunities, and what are you doing strategically? Just talk us through what you're doing to pivot at the moment. What are some of the strategies that you're employing, right?
Okay, this is interesting because I saw this coming 4 years ago, right? 4 years ago, like you, a lot of things overvalued. I mean, I do own a sizable property portfolio, but I knew that at the time, acquiring that and buying all these houses, there's going to be a point where houses are just going to just flatten out.
Right.
And so, right now, what's happening right now? So one of the things I talk about in Business Hack is the whole concept of this digital revolution. That's what's happening right now. So you see more and more people going online, which is why 4 years ago, I decided to work a lot on my digital presence, on my online footprint. And so the biggest thing for me, and now we have over 5 million people that follow us on social media, and that is what has really helped our business grow to that next level. So what are we doing right now? So as you know, I have different businesses. I have real estate. I'm an investor. I have a training company and an events company, and we have a consulting company as well. But now we've pivoted. I just invested around £3 million in 4 years of our life developing software. So we've now built an online platform, because one of the things I realized is that because everyone's going to be going online now, the e-learning industry is it's going to be $350 billion industry, and you're already seeing it happen now. I mean, I just went live on Facebook and Instagram before this. And I just see all these people coming on, and everyone's doing these lives, everyone's teaching something online. So whether you're a business or whether you're a creator or you're an author or a speaker, you're a coach, now consumption is going to be done online. So what do we do now? So 2 years ago, we launched an app called Wealth Dragons. You might want to check it out. It's kind of like the Netflix for self-development. So that did really well. We have 47,000 users on that right now. But now we've actually, something else that the market's been crying out for is that we know a lot of these speakers and trainers and business owners, they're really good at what they do, but they're not technical. They don't know how to code. They don't know how to put things together. So we created a piece of software, which is the online platform, where it helps people create an online business and make income from doing what they love to do, whether they're teaching about the business, whether they're a speaker, an author, and it's really e-learning. Everyone's learning online right now. So that's how we've kind of pivoted into, and we're going to be launching that in the next 3 weeks.
So let's just deal with a couple of things, because I'm gonna grill you on a couple of things. First of all, social media platform, 5 million followers. Let's break that down, right? Because that's a massive achievement in itself, right? So let's give us your top 5 style things that you've done and learned that have got you to the 5 million. So let's give it top 5 style, man. What have you got? Give us your top 5 to get to 5 million.
Okay, the easiest one is content. So if you go to my Instagram, you scroll back to my first post, I've got like 12 likes. The reason why the likes are important is not, you don't want likes for ego. Likes give you retargeting. So that means I can make a post. Let's say I post a picture like this, right? And then I get 1,000 people that click on this book. I can now go back to these 1,000 people and show them an ad to buy the book. So definitely put a lot of content. And so when the biggest thing I always get is, when you put the content, the second thing is to repurpose that content into cross-platform. So that means I'm on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Google, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, new ones that are coming out, Google. So you want to have and disseminate all the content simultaneously across all platforms, because what happens is you have all these different social media driving into one place, and then from there you build the funnel. So that works really well. So number 2 is repurpose all your content into cross platforms.
Okay, so hang on a minute, I'm going to slow you down, right? Because again, this is where you're incredibly competent at this, and for most of us, we hear stuff like repurpose it. And for me, my brain goes, I don't want to play on all those platforms. I want to play on certain ones where my audience is, and B, what are the tools that you're using to do that, man? Because it's not just about going, how do you repurpose it? It's like, what are the tools that you're using? So what are your favorite go-to tools to help you repurpose?
So what we do is we always start off with one YouTube video, right? The video's got to be about 10 minutes long. Videos that are over 10 minutes get more reach. So you've got to be over 10 minutes. On Facebook, it's 3 minutes. So we always start with YouTube because you have longer form content. And so what we do from there is we make sure we film the content with repurposing in mind. So I'll always say, 10 steps on how to do X, Y, Z. So each step will be about a minute long. So I'll talk about each step for about a minute. Now I can take that YouTube video, I can repurpose that into 10 other different videos now.
Right.
See what I mean? So I've got 10 1-minute videos now, which I'll then put onto Instagram, right? Then what I do from there is I take that 10-minute video and then I rip off the audio from that. All right, so now I've just got the audio version, which then goes into a podcast. Okay, cool. So then I take that 10-minute audio and I get it transcribed. So I'll transcribe that into an article, which goes onto LinkedIn or blogs or other people's magazines and things like that. All right. Once I've done that, I'll go back to YouTube and I'll look at the attention wave. So when you watch a video, the attention goes up and down, and YouTube can track where the attention is. So what we do is we chop out like the parts where it's got the highest retention, and we'll take that and then we repurpose that into an IGTV video. Right? So that IGTV versus a native post gets much more reach than say a native post by itself. So you've got a 1080 by 1080 normal Instagram video like the one you just posted. But if you'd have posted that 1920 by 1080 IGTV format, that would have got about 25% higher reach.
What is IGTV for those who don't know?
IGTV is a long form version of the normal Instagram video. It will allow you to upload more than 10 minutes of video. But you don't want to do 10 minutes. 10 minutes is about the sweet spot. But IG videos, I make them, for a video to qualify for IGTV, has to be over a minute long. So what I do is I make my videos 1 minute, 10 seconds long. So now it qualifies for it, but I'm still getting the audience retention, which is super high. Right. So for example, I'll go into some of the posts, right? So if I show you, so I'm just going
to I'll post the link to your Instagram page in the WhatsApp group for everybody who wants to connect and follow you, right? So you can see.
If I show you this one post that I did, so this one post, I'll go into the insights. So you can see, I don't know if you can see that. Can you see that? How many people it's reached?
Yeah.
Reached 1.4 million people. And it's had 20,000 people share it. So something like that, or if I go into a video, like this video here, it's been saved 11,000 times and it has reached 700,000 people. So you imagine putting a video up and every time 1 million people see it. You imagine how much business you get from that. That's how I sell thousands of copies of my book. That's how I raise millions of pounds for my IPO. That's how whenever I speak at an event, I have 1,000 people show up every time because I now have distribution. So that's why repurposing.
Right? You have a platform, don't you?
Right. Yeah, a distribution platform.
Right.
So that's why it's so important to repurpose everything. So now that I repurpose it into articles and I see the retention, I repurpose it to IGTV. Another thing I'll do from there, I'll take that YouTube video, I'll take the top points, the high retentions, I'll cut that into a 3-minute video. And that 3-minute video then goes into Facebook. Yeah? So now I have a 3-minute version of it. The structure that I have as well, those 10 steps, I'll also do 5-step Facebook Live and the other 5 steps on Instagram Live.
Oh wow, okay.
Right, so then I repurpose it into a live training with Q&A. And then what I'll do is from the content that I post based on the like I might say, for example, if you want to create a brand, you must first create demand. That's like a quote. Then I'll rip off 2 or 3 quotes and we'll put that into a picture quote, right? So if you ever look at my channel, you'll see like a blank quote, just a white with just some text on there. So I use a really cool, you asked what apps I use. This one's freaking awesome. So I use this one here called WordSwag. And WordSwag, literally, check this out. So I can literally come in here and I can write any quote I want and it will turn it into a picture quote in about 5 seconds.
And you can post that on.
So I take that. You see, that's blank. I've already got my sort of handle there. You always want to put your handle because that's how you get more followers, right? So literally, it starts with a blank. Now I can put any text I want there. I want.
Nice.
And I can just save it and then post it. And in fact, there's software as well where you can actually syndicate and automate all the posts. So I can sit here for an hour, write down 10 quotes. I can then systemize it, upload all the 10 quotes and tell them to go out every single day at 12 o'clock. So then I don't have to do any work, right? Nice. I just do the work up front. So that's another thing. And then what I'll do is I'll take that video and I'll take some inserts and some stock footage that I use and cut that into a TikTok video, right? Nice. So TikTok has a lot of free organic reach right now. And then what I do is I'll take parts of that video and use them as an IGTV. Right? In Instagram story. And then I can also post on a Facebook story. Then I can also post on a YouTube now allows you to do story posts and normal posts now.
So just explain in case everyone's not familiar, what's the difference between a story post and a normal post?
So a story post is like this. So let's say story post, I can come in here and I can do hi, it's John Lee here, and I'm on a live session with Paul Avens and his F12 team. So that becomes a story, you see? Right? So what happens is people will watch your story. So for example, like if you go to my profile and you click on my face here, right? So this is a story. Right? So people will watch that and then it goes to the next one, So
it's a bit it's like a permanent channel, right?
It's kind of like, so there's you, right? I post that one. You've had 1,000 people see that already, right? In less than 10 minutes. So my whole point is that repurposing is a must. So a lot of people always get confused with, John, I've got to create 20 different videos. No, you just create one video and you turn it into 50 different pieces of content.
That's amazing.
Right? So that's the hack. That's one of the things that, again, for most of you, if you want to get a lot more exposure, because now, you don't want to spending money on marketing is great because the ROI is even better now because no one's spending money on marketing. But now, because everyone's attention's online, you want to do content marketing and social media because it's free.
Yeah.
Like you put a video, you get 1 million views, bang. Even if you get 1,000 views,
yeah,
still worth it.